Hey guys, welcome back to the movie summary. Beginning of the movie, we see Charlotte. Her husband comes from behind and romances her. His name is Tom. Then she says to take a bath and leaves. Tom is rich. He loves Charlotte very much. But she is not satisfied with Tom. While having dinner, Tom says, let's spend private time tonight. To that she said, I have to talk to you about something. She says, I am not interested in you, and I am leaving you tomorrow. Then Tom asks Charlotte who she is having an affair with. Charlotte says, I am not having an affair with anyone. Then Tom scolds her and leaves. Tom thinks Charlotte is pranking on him. Next day Charlotte comes out of the house. She calls a man named Evan. But he doesn't pick up the call. Later she goes to Evan's house and asks about him. Their house owner says there is no one here named Evan. But Charlotte met Evan here. Then that house owner tells, I am staying here from last 5 years. Actually, Charlotte and Evan have been having an affair for a few months. Just then Tom follows Charlotte and comes there. Charlotte can't help but go home with him. In the morning Charlotte comes to know that Evan traps girls for money. Then she will be very sad. Tom says, Charlotte, that I love you so much. Let us live happily. I know I can't give you time. From now on I will spend time with you. Hearing this she is very happy. But she can't forget Evan. She remembers the moments of spending private time with Evan. Tom takes her to his farmhouse to spend time with her. She likes the white roses in the garden. Tom takes photos of Charlotte with those flowers. Their maid and driver are watching all this from a distance. While having dinner, Charlotte tells Tom that she is pregnant. Tom will be very happy. But Tom suspects that the baby in her womb is not his. Charlotte tells Tom that you are the father of her unborn child. Later they both make private time together. Charlotte is also very satisfied with Tom. But she remembers Evan again. Then she enters the washroom and searches about missing persons on the laptop. It includes a profile called Daniel Evan. His sister Rebecca's number is there. Charlotte calls that number and talks to Rebecca. Tom doesn't let her be alone. The workers always follow her. Later she meets Rebecca. She already knows about Evan and Charlotte's affair. But even she doesn't know where Evan went. Charlotte notices that someone is following them. That day Charlotte comes home late night. So Tom gets very angry. She lied him that I was busy shopping. But Tom is already tracking her phone. The next day Charlotte leaves her phone at home and leaves to go out. But just then Tom and his mom come into the house. Then they drink the coffee. Then Tom's mom gets scared seeing the photo taken near the rose plant. Just then Charlotte comes there and says, I want to buy a dress, and leaves. Later she goes with Rebecca to the place where Charlotte meets Evan regularly. This time also the same house owner opens the door. Later, as they walk away, a man follows Charlotte. His name is Troy. Charlotte suspects that something is going on here. Then they both go inside that house. Charlotte and Rebecca listen to their words. Actually, a man hires Troy and Evan to trap Charlotte. There are many photos of Charlotte and Evan spending private time together. Evan's task is to make Charlotte fall in love. Troy takes their private photos. Troy knows that someone is looking for Evan. He immediately puts all the photos in the shredder machine and shreds them. The lady knows that something is wrong in this room. She asks Troy for some money so that she won't tell anyone. Troy tells her that there are some valuables in this locker. But I forgot the key at home. Then he goes for the key. Charlotte and Rebecca arrive after he leaves. Then the house owner opens the locker. It includes a necklace. The necklace belongs to Isadora. Charlotte then thinks that Isadora is behind all this. Just then the calling bell rings. The lady thinks that Troy has come. She opened the door. But a stranger attacks and kills her. Then he takes the necklace with him. Charlotte and Rebecca sees all this. They then takes shredded photos and runs away. On the other hand, Isadora goes to Tom's room, is looking for something. Just then Tom comes into the room. Immediately Isadora notices him and hides. He takes some photos from his cupboard. Those photos are old photos of Isadora. Isadora comes out. Then Tom laughs. Actually, many years ago there was an affair between Isadora and Peter. Both of them used to spend private time in this room. She wanted to go with Peter. But she stops because of her son Tom. While they both spend private time, Tom takes pictures of them. Tom doesn't want Isadora to love people other than him. So he kills Peter one day. Isadora knows this. But she did not tell anyone about this. Tom also doesn't like to share his things with others. Isadora finds out that Charlotte cheated on Tom. Still, he accepted her. Knowing this, Isadora is suspicious of Tom. Tom then kills Isadora. On the other hand, Rebecca uses all those photos and tries to find the clue. But she fails in that. She is very afraid that her life will also be lost in this matter. So she tells Charlotte, don't come to meet me again. That's when Charlotte learns that Isadora is dead. The lawyer then tells them that Isadora wrote all her property to Charlotte. Hearing this, Tom gets very angry. He beats Charlotte. Charlotte tells Rebecca everything that happened. Next day, Tom apologizes to Charlotte and says, I won't behave like this again. Later he gives her a necklace as a gift. Charlotte is shocked to see that necklace. Actually, a stranger kills the owner of the house and steals it away. She wonders how this necklace came to Tom. She thinks that Tom may have killed the house owner. Later she goes into the washroom and acts like she is losing consciousness. She sends Tom out to take medicine. Then she calls Rebecca and tells her about this. After that she checks Tom's laptop. It contains photos of her meeting Evan. Then she goes into Tom's dark room. Actually, no one is allowed in it. Charlotte gets shocked after going into the room. There are many private photos of Charlotte and Evan. There are some photos of her studying in the college. That means Tom has been following Charlotte since many years ago. Just then Tom comes there. He tells her that I hired Evan to test your loyalty. But you failed in that. Tom already knows that Charlotte lied him and go to meet Evan. During this time, Evan and Charlotte fell in love with each other. Evan came to Tom one day and said that I don't want any money from you. But I want to take Charlotte with me. Hearing this, Tom gets angry and kills Evan. He doesn't want to kill Charlotte. But he always wanted to keep her with him. Hearing all this, Charlotte tries to run away from there. But in anger he beats her. Hence she loses consciousness. Later he buries her in a place where white roses. Then suddenly she wakes up. Next to her it is a skeleton. Seeing that, Charlotte screams in fear. She hits Tom with a skull and knocks him unconscious. Charlotte thinks she escaped from Tom. But he tries to attack her from behind. Then his driver shoots and kills Tom. Actually, it's Peter's skeleton. That's why Isadora horrified when she saw a photo of Charlotte near the white roses. A few days later she gives birth to a baby boy. Later she finds out that Evan is alive. The lady who works in that house saved Evan. Actually, Tom thought he killed Evan. So he told the lady to bury his dead body. Evan was seriously injured but not died. Then the lady brought Evan to her house and saved him. Charlotte then approaches Evan. Both of them are very happy to see each other. This is how this movie ends. I'm working hard to make these videos, it's my humble request to subscribe my channel.